Good Monday morning. Today I'm going to continue on this experimental format where I have 1 hour to build an app in a technology that I probably don't know and have an arbitrary restriction on me somehow. Alright, so I actually know which technology that I want to try out. It has been suggested by you, and it's something with Zeit, and they just released this serverless Docker beta thing. If you don't know about Zeit, they do things. So they're announcing this in public beta, and this is what's interesting in this thing. Like 10x to 20 times improvement in cold boot performance. So this translates into a sub-second cold boot. If you've ever used something like Google Cloud, you know that starting a Kubernetes thingamabob will take about 4 million kabillion years. I think that this is a cultural thing with Google, that for them, like, they have so many engineers that engineering time is just not worth anything to them. If you've ever used Google Cloud or say the Android emulator, you know that it's basically, they basically assume that you have infinite time with infinite engineers. Like if an engineer like sits around and waits and then dies of old age, that's not a problem. They can just replace them with one of the 30,000 engineers that they have in a pile. I want to throw up a simple node server, express server or something, I don't know. And we need to build an app. We won't actually build an app, but we're going to build like an endpoint for an app. So let's look at the suggestions. There's a lot of ideas here. Live streaming audio that can be converted into podcasts afterwards, so radio, but like Twitch. Tinder, but you get a match with people you dislike. A small dumb web app idea generator. I would need that. Single button, click it and the number increments. Keep clicking and it eventually messages starts to be sprinkled in. Way to go, 100 clicks. You know what? It would be interesting to have like a button with a counter that has a permanent state for forever, like a persistent state, and it's shared for everyone. So it's a button that all the fun for function audience can click, and there's a number that is incremented every time a person clicks it for the community. That would be a great and useful thing to have, and I think that we should build it. It also works really well for this because we're going to need some kind of database, and we're going to need two endpoints, one for clicking and one for reading the number. Perhaps like even a streaming thing if we have the time. We will totally have the time to do that. Write it on your phone. Blah, blah. No variables. We could interpret it as that functions are not variables, and also function parameters and arguments are not variables, and with that we might be able to do it. So what do we have? Let's code a dumb node.js backend using Zeit Serverless Docker, and we can't use variables. Catchy title. Alright, I need to get some coffee and then I'm gonna set a timer. Alright. So we have 1 hour. I'm going to budget the first 20 minutes to learning the technology, because that's important. It's important to spend proper time learning our technology. So, set en timer på 20 minuter. Bam! Alright, so Zeit. Okay, examples. Right. Examples of now deployments you can use. I'm gonna search for node, hello world. Okay. So there's a Docker file from Alpine node based. What is this? What is Alpine about it? Minimal Node.js built on Alpine Linux. Small, simple, secure. Alpine is a certain like using Muscle. No idea what this is, but it's probably great. It's like when a TV is OLED. Don't know exactly what it is, but I do know that it's better than that TFT or LCD shit Probably gives you eye cancer, that's why they switched. Okay, oh, and then it runs Node, and then it, oh cool, it just, it literally has the whole code of the server embedded in one line inside the Docker file. That's cool. And then there is this now.json, which I suppose is the thingy thing that configures the thing terminal cd code temp. I keep all my stuff in code temp. Make directory. I've forgotten what the hell we were doing. It was a button thing. Super button. No, fun button. Is there a synonym to button? You have no idea how much time I waste on this site. Button. Cookies! I want the knob catch class fastening from. Okay, fine. It's gonna be fun button. Oh, I wasted 5 minutes already. That's great. There we go. So we have the Docker file and we have the now.json web. Amazing. The Docker extension is recommended for this file type. Install. Reloading. Being distracted by tools. Okay, so sometimes when I do these things, I just tend to just write down what the hell I'm doing so that I keep myself on track, because I'm super easily distracted and I get easily confused. What are we doing? We want to deploy. Is there a command or something? Walkthrough. What is happening here? It's a GIF, it's looping. It's very fast. Where does it even begin? Is this somewhere in the examples? Node function. Nope, it's not. What are they doing? I don't know what they are. Oh, this is so fast. I have to hack this tutorial. Convert GIF to video. Paste the URL, upload it. Convert GIF to MP4. All right, so let's see what it's doing. First of all, he lists a directory that is node function, and it has a Docker file, an index, and now.json, and a package.json. Cool. And then okay, so he cats the Docker file, and the Docker file contains basically it copies the package.json, and then it runs. I can't quite see because this cursor is in the way. Run npm CL, and then it's this is the worst tutorial. Like literally, it's horrible. By the way, if you're new to this series, I blame other people a lot in it. Then he copies the index.js to the current directory, because I think this is how Docker works. I totally know Docker. I've used it times. I suppose that they really like doing things with their micro framework, which I'm sure is great, but it becomes so annoying because you kind of, in every tutorial, here they're going to show Docker tutorials, but if I don't know micro, I have to go and learn micro in order to understand what the hell they're doing. It would have been much better if they had used something that was perhaps not as good as micro or whatever, but something that everybody knew. I don't quite understand. I think that this is how, and they... Cool. And then it successfully... Whoa! Jumps around. Hang on. This is probably how people watching fun function feels. Then he does, wait, hang on. He does time curl. Time? What does time curl even mean? Time curl. Oh, yeah. So this is some Unix command that gives how much time it took. Don't know what npm CI means. npm CI, similar to npm install, except that it's meant to be used in automated environments such as test platform, continuous integration, and deployment. It can be significantly faster than a regular npm install by skipping. Yes, all right, it's good. Okay, how much time do I have left? 3 minutes. Oh my god. Let's learn as much as we can in the last 3 minutes that we have. Serverless Go plus WebSockets. Nope. Serverless Rust. Technical details. Skip those. Details are for Java programmers. Let's just create an integrated terminal, and let's just, what happens here? I just run now. No, I don't have now installed. So Zeit install thing, download. I just have to make sure that I have anything that offends the Mormons. I have to edit that out. No, it looks fine. Now go to program, If you're new to the JavaScript scene, it has a surprising amount of Mormons in it for some reason. And I'm also prejudiced to believe that a lot of the things I do in my spare time will offend them. Oh, out of learning. Set and timer på 40 minuter. 40 minutes left. Now it's time to do things. All right, I started now. Now is a program that is from the internet. Started. To start using this app, simply enter your email. Sending an email for the verification. I'll check this on my phone because that's secure. You have been correctly authenticated. Great. Great, great, great. Can I do now? Now, oh my god. Deploying fun button under MPJ. Fun button, cam boxing in clipboard. Oh, it's in the clipboard. It's building. It's assembling things. Oh, deployment ready. I'm not sure how long that took, or to be honest, but screw it. It was pretty fast. Hi! Oh, cool. We deployed the node. What are we doing? We want to deploy. Is there a command or something? We have deployed it to the internet, so that's resolved. Let's add a new comment. What are we doing? Help. We need an endpoint. That's a good start, because we want like a thing that increments something. How do we do this? At first, I like this inline crap. Let's actually just do this, copy this, and then move this to the index here. Index.js or serve.js, I guess. Perhaps, can I just do serve? There, something like that. Can I do that? Will that work? It probably won't, because I need to copy the serve.js, maybe. Let's just do now and see if it works. Cannot find module serve. No, that makes a lot of sense. CP, is that it? No, it seems to be angry with me for writing CP. So perhaps serve.js and then dot. That might give you the impression that I know anything about Docker, but I really just remember that from the documentation that we looked at before. This space here, perhaps this should be like a chat or something. Chat space if we do this live. Hang on. Cat picture. All right, cool. How much time do we have left? 33 minutes. Okay, is this now deployed? It looks deployed. Okay, let me just do, change this, localize this to Swedish. And do a code review. There. Oh, let's deploy it again. Do you know what? I'm gonna measure the deployment time using my newly found learnings of how you use time commands. Does this get a new deployment URL every time? Because that would be great for streaming purposes, because then I could read it in an entertaining way. Took 30 seconds to deploy it. It's significantly faster than Google, but it's not exactly instant either. But it's pretty good to be Docker. Hejsan jävel, very good. If you are a Mormon, don't Google what that means. Oh god, I'm gonna get so many dislikes from Mormons. Or perhaps I don't. Perhaps Mormons are really nice people who are hard to offend. Okay, what am I doing? I've forgotten what I am doing. We need an endpoint. Right. I have so many extensions. Hide. This is quality entertainment. Hide. All right, now we can see the URL. Should I learn micro for this? They really want you to use micro. Perhaps node micro. Let's see. And there's a Docker file. What the hell is this? Our token yarn index. What does this look like? Hello from micro. Yeah, but what if I want multiple functions? Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, it doesn't have routing built in, so you have to do the routing yourself, I guess. Or maybe it like no, this is just a distraction. Just do it with Express.js. We know how Express works. Getting started. Here, copy, paste, floop. No. Yarn! I want to know how they copy the package.json. Okay, so they copy package.json and yarn. Copy a package. We need to npm init, I suppose. Init. Fun button version 1 description. Whatever. Test. Haha, no. Author. License 9. Sorry, license should be in a valid. Is this okay? Well, not really. And then npm I express. So we're gonna copy package.json and then package slash lock.json. So now deploying. Where are we on time? 22 minutes. It's gonna do great. Fail. Cannot find module express. Wait, what? No, yeah, that makes sense. Because we have to do like npm install, run npm I. Time now. It's going to be very hard for you to work as a developer unless you like watching progress bars. npm not found. Shh. What? Oh my god. Perhaps Alpine node doesn't include npm. Full install built with npm and John. It should have npm. What? npm not found. Base install with no built as a static npm with no npm or yarn. How does their example work? Oh, they don't have it. They don't use base 10. Latest. Okay, that's not good practice. But I can't explain why it's not good practice, so I will keep it there. If you know why that is a bad practice, please write a comment down below. By the way, if you have any suggestions for technology, app idea, or weird limitation that I should place on myself for the next episode, please write it in the comments down below. 18 minutes remaining. Verifying instantiation on brew. Like, this is a lie. It's not verifying instantiation. Perhaps it started verifying the instantiation and then it started watching some YouTube video about another thing and now it's just stuck on that one. I'm gonna cancel this and run it again. No, it's ready now, right? Fine. Let's paste it in here. We're waiting for it. An error occurred with your deployment. Okay, now log, perhaps. It wants a deployment ID. Failed to file deployment brew one. Perhaps it counts this as a deployment. Failed to find deployment. Perhaps just that one then. Oh, deployment ID or URL. Right. Bam. Give me the logs. There. It's to the pipe. Oof. That was not useful at all. At all. Crap. Does it even work? Hang on. Let's try to run it locally. Node serve. Oh, hang on. It just dies. So I need to blah 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 blah. Hello world. Time. Now, go. That might have been why it was stuck on the verifying installation step, because I didn't test my server locally at all, and it was just stuck in perpetual nothing state. Cool. Hello world! What time is it? 13 minutes. 13 minutes. That's plenty of minutes. We have an endpoint. What's the next thing? We're gonna call this endpoint click, and then we probably won't have time to implement a database in 13 minutes, but let's do an in-memory database. But we can't use variables. We can use properties, perhaps. I've got to store it on the app. Weakly typed objects for the win. Really good if you don't want to use variables. +1. We're going to send clicks plus dot counter. Let's deploy it. Now, hang on. I'd like to actually try it locally first. Localhost 3000 cannot get root. That makes sense because we removed that. It's now at click. Clicks 1, 2, 3. Great. How much time? 10 minutes. 10 minutes remaining. You know what? Perhaps we can do Firebase in this time. Welcome to Firebase. Add a project. What the hell we're calling this? Fun button. Creating your project. Your project is ready. Analytics, authentication, database. Get started. Create database. If you're wondering how I can do this so fast, it's because we did this last video and we just failed miserably. So we learned how to not fail miserably. So how do I use this? usage. No, I didn't mean you. There we go, npm install Google Cloud Firestore. Okay, I am allowed to use these fucking variables. These are sort of not really variables, because they like if Node supported the actual module syntax, it would allow to. Perhaps I should switch to the module syntax. Otherwise I'm not following the rule properly. Firestore doc things. Oh shit, things are really hard when APIs assume that you can use variables. But we can probably do it without variables. Just get this started. Project ID. Is this the actual project ID? Project settings. Project ID. No, it actually is fun button. I assumed that it was gonna be something like that, but no, it's just project ID. So let's paste in fun button. Service account. Come on. 5 minutes remaining. Give me the private key. The private key gives access to your service account key.json, and it's just gonna be the root for now. And then we're gonna do document. We're just gonna do this document set shit. Serve.js. Fail. Argument document path must point to a document, but yours was /. Okay, I can't do that. So we're gonna call it clicks. Or just test thing. Node serve.js. Okay, it's failing. Document must point to a document, but must contain an even number of components. Okay, fine. I need a / I suppose, maybe. Argument document must point to, but was testing your path does not contain an even number of components. What? Nrg. Okay, that worked. Oh, hang on, it's this shit. I have to do this arbitrary thing with the Firestore, or this will complain. Another thing that we learned from after last week's video, like you learn through pain. So you need to have this thing here, otherwise it complains. There's a reason for that, but I can't be bothered to learn what the reason is. So let's see. Well, I can be bothered, but you know, like we just don't have that time. Where are we on time? 2 minutes. Database. Did this even write to the database? Come on, for the love of God. Load. Oh, it's writing to the database. Then we can actually, come on, let's set the, let's just call it state, and let's call it clicks, yes. Okay, set clicks to clicks, last clicks +1, and then let's call it num clicks, and then but we need to read as well. So let's just document document.get, is that how you do it? Ah, crap! My store get, is there a get somewhere? Last clicks is not defined. No, of course it's not defined. And let me comment this out. 42 seconds! Did it even, what? It's not actually logging something out. Shit. I thought that this would, how do we document get? No, oh, it's gonna be a promise. Then, there like now. What does it look? Oh! Shit, it's way too much information. I'm out of time. 3, 2, 1, time. Alright, so I kind of was able to create, deploy this on the Zeit service with an endpoint. I think that this is a great testament to Zeit actually. That I was able to do that. It's really impressive. It's for being a Docker deployment, this like 30 seconds, that's actually very fast. Using a GIF to show like things in a tutorial, not a good idea at all. Don't do that. Bad. But like I really like, it's pretty cool to just have this little JSON configuration file here that just deploys the Docker file, and this is just standard Docker, and then it's running. I could probably add like a streaming thing here, which would work out great. I completely broke the rule of not being able to use variables. I think that next time I sort of had the ambition that I would remove the variables later, but as we've learned in previous episodes, whenever you say, well, we're gonna do that later, it's not gonna happen, because there is no later. That doesn't exist when you're doing things in 1 hour. And it doesn't exist in real life either, to be honest. Later always ends up being never development. So either you do it now or you're never gonna do it. So next time I will, the restrictions need to be like more firmly held. Oh, and we learned about this little CI, npm CI install for deployments. Didn't know about that. Really good thing. We didn't use it, but it's a good thing. We also learned about Alpine Linux and Alpine Node. That's nice. We almost got Firebase running, but didn't. So, what would you like me to try to do next time? What technology would you like me to use? What project would you have me build in 1 hour? And what arbitrary restriction would you like to place on me? Write that in the comments down below. Or if you are a patron of Fun Function, you have access to the Fun forum, where there is a dedicated suggestion topic for these episodes right here. You can also find it in the episode description. And in case you are a new viewer, you have just watched an episode of Fun Function. I release these every Monday morning, 0800 GMT. However, you will forget that, so you can subscribe by clicking here, or watch another episode right now by clicking here. I am MPJ. Until next Monday morning, stay curious.